Oh.
I'm just wondering how long I can, in denial, say I can last.
If your body wants liquid or anything, feel free.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Jeremy certainly won't.
Is that ranch or blue cheese?
Yogurt.
Welcome to
Krevat
Attack
Hot
Stars.
Stars. Whether you like your peppers forthcoming or coy, we'll find you one that brings you joy. I didn't come up with coy.
It's not your word. You just stuck with what you got. What can you do?
I am excited because my favorite hot sauces in the world are made by Huff. And there's actually a hot sauce that I have not tried yet. And it's kind of ironic when you think about which sauce it is.
Yeah, I have maybe a third of it left because I have been devouring this sauce for a while. I think I probably said this before, but I no longer eat beef unless there's a hot sauce on it. The hot sauces all go so well. I'm jumping ahead, but that's what I do.
The reason I haven't opened it was I was like, wake up without the coffee or ghost without the ghost pepper.
Do you guys want to know a little more about it?
Please.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is Hoff and Pepper's Hoff sauce, which they describe as their everyday sauce. They use fresh Tennessee-grown jalapenos to be crafted into this 6-ingredient everyday hot sauce. Those farm-fresh peppers, along with premium spices and vinegar, help retain the incredible flavors of local chilies. This fan favorite has the right amount of heat and tang with a smoky, smooth finish. Always sure to complement your dishes without overpowering them.
There's that word tang again.
Tang!
What's in this hot sauce, you ask? Oh,
What's in this hot sauce?
chilies. Open parentheses. I think they're going to get more specific. Red jalapeno, habanero, Matthew's favorite, chipotle. Close parentheses. Vinegar, salt, garlic.
Just 6
That
ingredients.
wasn't Boston or Brooklyn.
Oh, it was Jeremy-ish.
That was Jeremy living in California a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just 6 simple ingredients, but I'm going to tell you guys, it makes a really delicious sauce. It's not the hottest thing we ever eat. To me, it's the world's perfect steak sauce. That's what it is for me.
Why don't you let the rest of us taste it and decide?
Yeah, you taste it. You decide.
To me, it smells like the wake-up sauce without the coffee and the ghost without the ghost.
To me, it smells like a steak sauce or a barbecue sauce without the sweetness.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I get. I get steak. I get nice, a little slightly spicy steak sauce.
Also, like, remember that mom made that chicken that dad loves with the onions, the red sauce?
Chicken
Sticky
gadem.
chicken.
Smells like that a little.
L'chaim.
I am. Oh, this is different. This is different. It is not simply there are other sauces minus the one ingredient.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you the first thing I notice. I taste some elements of the mean green in here. I taste some pickly kind of flavors.
It resembles the mean green.
It's the mean red.
It's the mean brown.
When Hoff watches this, I wonder if he's like, these guys get it. They get it.
I think he's watching it saying, these guys are morons.
Well, I like it though. I'm trying to imagine what it's really more than the others. Forget about the red meat. I want these on wings.
And they call it their everyday sauce. I mean, like I've had it on eggs, I've had it on wings, I've had it on beef, and it's become my beef thing. Every burger, every steak, I grill a steak, and this is my steak sauce.
Hey, look. I'm not saying this is painful or anything, but there's heat in this.
Yeah.
It's not like there's zero. There's not. I mean, there's some heat. I'm feeling.
Yeah, definitely, especially straight. I mean, you don't taste as much on meat, but it's really like if you were going to put steak sauce and hot sauce on your meat, you would have to douse it in hot sauce to get the level of heat this has built in from like a regular everyday, tabletop steakhouse hot sauce.
I thought there was a little bit of heat, and before I did anything else, I wanted to make sure that I opened the right hot sauce. because it's been a
Miss it,
problem
it's
for
really
me.
big.
Lee, I just wanted to say I'm glad you're not dead.
I made a surprising recovery, and I had some more just to prove I could do it. That would be more the Reaper sauce. Check out the last episode.
Which was almost the last episode.
I don't know if it's a 2, but it might be. I'll let you guys kind of talk about that, but it certainly got a little bit of heat.
The reason I would give it a 2 is because I have stuff set up for the next sauce, some coolants, but I'm not going to do, I was told and I realized that I'm hurting myself with seltzer and things like that. I was tempted to drink it, not because I needed it, but because I started to feel a tiny bit of discomfort. I mean, there was some burn there, and much more than some of the sauces we've given a 1. So, I mean, I would say that this has significantly more heat than Good Karma.
That was soup.
That was soup.
So I would really push for a 2.
Yeah, I think I'm comfortable with the 2 for it. I think it's got that little blast of heat that's kind of unexpected with the kind of flavors that it has. It doesn't feel like it should have heat, and yet it does.
Okay, I didn't want to go Jacob and say 1.5, so I'll go 2.
Really, I'm thinking 1.5, but we don't say
I'm
that.
thinking 1.5.
Taste.
It's a good 8 in my book, but again, I think of it more as a spicy steak sauce than I do a hot sauce. So that maybe it's a different scale even. Right, to me, this is like a perfectly blended sauce for meats that happens to be spicy.
I think I would say 7. It's not as dynamic as Wake Up Call, which we gave an 8.
Okay,
It had a lot more interesting flavors in it, so I just have to take 1 and take it down to a 7.
Yeah, I didn't remember what we gave Wake Up Call, but it definitely has to go one spot below like Wake Up and Smoking Ghost, because
Yeah.
kind of like Jeremy's pre-guess, it's not as complex. It doesn't taste like it's them missing something, but it's not as complex as them and deep flavored as them.
Yeah, those were 8s, and like Smoking Ghost, it was amazing. They got that flavor with that heat. It's just amazing, so 8 for that. And Wake Up Call had the complex coffee notes, and it was just delicious. This is really good, but I don't think it meets that standard.
I'm gonna agree and say that I can't give it the same score I gave Wake Up, but I will say I'm looking more forward to having this on certain things, like a chicken nugget, but specifically chicken wings, like tossing. I think this is going to be a preferred sauce over some of the other hot sauces for certain food items.
Yeah, the difference between chicken wings and a chicken nugget is one is chicken.
Yeah. Kid all you want.
One is dark meat, and one is plastic. But yeah.
Last night I had chicken, no E, plant-based, and it was delicious. We made Parmesan out of it. A friend of mine, Tanya Burns, and her husband make their own pepper spice. I don't want to call it a rub. It's like a spice that you pour, but it's with very hot peppers. And she sent me a bunch. So I use it instead of red pepper flakes, which basically are candy.
So I want to tell you guys, I challenge you to next time you have beef or beef substitute, reach for this and give it a try, because the flavors just work perfectly.
Can't wait.
Done.
But I think it's time to move along to our next sauce.
Well, then I better introduce my friend.
Have a friend.
So I have a friend. I actually, thanks to Joclyn's childhood friend Camille, introduced me and this next guest, Kevin.
Hello.
Hey,
Dramatic entrance, Kevin.
Kevin, who doesn't drink beer.
That's right.
Drinking implies slowly having it come through. You actually taste it. Guzzling is a different word.
Okay, you have a good point. It's all gulps for me.
Yeah.
I was actually very excited to find out of all the times that we've had conversations about the Mets. We've talked baseball, and Kevin's a Mets fan, and we've talked beer forever and making beer. And Kevin was actually the first person who in front of me made beer, and kind of a mentor. I wouldn't have made the beer that I made. I brewed beer because of him. And then recently found out because of this show and him talking to me about it, having no idea that he actually enjoys hot sauce and owns a lot of them.
Wait. Does he enjoy
what
hot
about hot
sauce like
sauce?
he enjoys beer? Does he throw the beer away after he makes it?
There's a punchline at the bottom of his shirt that is not visible.
Yes, but it's embarrassing.
Sauce it up, baby.
I didn't have this sauce. Lee had it. Jeremy had it. So Jeremy ordered me a bottle of it. And then since Kevin lives in the same general area as I do, he drove by and I gave him some of the sauce. So we are, Kevin and I have sauce courtesy of Jeremy. And that sauce, of course, is PainApple by Burns and McCoy, the PainApple pepper sauce.
But mine is different.
Older bottle.
It's from PexPepper's, but the website says it's the same stuff. It's a conundrum.
It's a conundrum. Well, let me describe this one, Lee, and see if you think it matches up. Because Burns and McCoy, they say that the PainApple will bring the heat, so just be prepared. The sauce is blended to bring the perfectly balanced, super hot sauce. The pain you will endure is temporary, but the lasting memory will make this sauce worth it.
I'm sorry if I'm lit up and glary, but the text is so small, I have to hold my phone flashlight to the label. There's Reaper mash, open parentheses, pepper, vinegar, close parentheses, pineapple, comma, vinegar, comma, honey, salt.
I got no salt in mine.
If you don't have salt on yours, we got a problem. You don't got the exact same recipe.
Go get some salt.
Let me read the ingredients of mine.
See how well you do it.
Reaper chile, open parenthesis, Carolina Reapers, distilled white vinegar, close parentheses, comma, more distilled white vinegar, pineapple, and honey.
It's in a different order, too.
What different?
Ours says pineapple before vinegar.
I have a feeling you're going to be closing the show without me again.
I think Lee's opinion doesn't count today.
All right.
Never counts.
So mine just it has a government warning on the back, and then it says pain.
In my handwriting.
Yes, in your handwriting. And there is a government warning on the back.
Yeah, well, that was a bottle of wine. It was a
Yes.
wine tasting.
Yes, if I'm pregnant, I'm not supposed to consume this.
Hey, Lee, I just want to mention when we first started all this and started getting into hot sauces, this was the hottest, pretty much, I think, the hottest bottle you had. And it's a pretty scary sauce. Like, I just want to say, this is not just this is definitely leaning towards the sauces that have put us in a lot of trouble because it's the Reaper pepper.
My daughter, Shayna, and her partner, James,
Both former guests on the show.
they bought me this sauce before I had a lot of hot sauce. I'd only had a few. And at that time when I tried it, I said, oh my God, I'm never tasting that again. But here I have it.
It's ironic that we started with a sauce that I've been eating and loving for a while, and now we moved to a sauce that you've been eating and loving for a while.
Oh, I just love the smell. It's so peppery and fresh. Oh my, I love this. I love
It
this.
definitely smells like the other Reaper sauces with some other things going on. But I smell the Reaper. There's no question.
Yeah, I just smell pure Reaper, and then my brain shuts down and says, "There's Reaper in there. Don't keep smelling it."
It's beautiful. Of course, it was the Reaper sauce that took me off the show.
Kevin, what notes are you discerning, Mr. I don't drink beer?
So I can smell the fresh pepper. It definitely smells like a fresh sauce. It doesn't smell like it's been in the store for 6 months, inappropriately stored, because sometimes hot sauce does very well when stored extra. It could be emotional, but my nose is tingling.
Yeah, no, it's got some. Even the aroma has got some Reaper kick. L'chaim.
So good.
Delicious start.
So good.
Man, it hurts.
I do. I love this.
Jeremy's face looks like my shirt all of a sudden.
It's got heat. It's got heat. Let me tell you now, it's got heat.
Oh.
It's definitely, it's not the painful heat that the pure Reaper ones were, but it's definitely got its kick.
I'm just wondering how long I can, in denial, say I can last.
Don't feel like you have to do anything. If your body wants liquid or anything, feel free.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in pain on our account.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Thank you, man.
Jeremy certainly won't.
Is that ranch or blue cheese?
Yogurt.
I've got a connection between my mouth and my stomach where there's a burn on both ends.
Oh, this really hurts.
Luckily, my stomach's not burning this week yet. Hey, you might want to drink some beer.
No, I'm being a man here.
Your eyes were rolling into the back of your head like you were.
No, I think I'm going to win. I think I'm going to win. Conquer.
Conquer the sauce.
So is the turn happening for you? I think the turn's starting to happen. It's really hot.
My mouth still is kind of coated in heat.
Yeah.
I'm still in a lot of pain, and I'm eating yogurt.
Yeah, I feel I'm feeling similarities to Stargazer, that kind of realm.
If we're talking score, I'm already starting to think 6-ish.
Oh, nut job.
It's like same as Stargazer. Like I have the same kind of.
This is the worst of Stargazer for me.
Is it?
This was pretty hot. I wanted the excitement of the heat.
Definitely a Jeremy 9.
It's definitely super hot, but it wasn't like the ones that gave me hiccups and had me, concerned for my life and chugging water.
And breathing deep. Matthew, you don't show that you're thinking that your life might go away. You just breathe deep. That's when you're serious, you're very contemplative suddenly. You're not wisecracking and you're breathing deep.
So how long do you guys think that it takes to recover from a 9, so that your taste buds are normal again?
I feel like it's turned now. I'm not nearly as hot as I was.
It's definitely turned. It's definitely turned.
Past that
Jeremy.
point. But it's different for different sauces. There are some that are super intense for a short period of time, and there are some that don't get nearly as hot as this, but it stays in your mouth even longer.
Nothing has gone past 5 minutes on the turn.
Yeah, on the outside. Some faster. Like the thing is, that some sauces, like sometimes the ghost pepper as opposed to the Reaper. The ghost pepper doesn't get as hot as the Reaper, but it's a slower build and just keeps getting hotter and hotter. Where the Reaper kind of hits you pretty fast with the level of heat you're going to have. Yeah.
Ramsey, I can't help you now. I'm in pain. My dog wants attention right now. He's not getting my attention.
I look forward to the day that Joclyn takes this out of the refrigerator and gives it to Jeremy unsuspecting.
Mm-hmm.
For
in the saucy truth.
That would be a great one, because the look in his face when he realizes as soon as he smells it, he's going to know what it is.
I suffered a lot with Thor. This is like a Thor, but this is lasting very long for me.
So it starts out pretty sweet too.
Yeah, for me, that's why I think Matthew said Stargazer. Stargazer starts out sweet, whereas Thor starts out earthy.
Yeah. It just tastes like ground peppers.
Yeah. I'm talking about heat and pain though.
Yeah.
Not about taste.
Yeah, I find them similar in heat level, the two of those. Did we rate them similarly? In my head, they're real similar.
Stargazer and Thor were both 6s.
Yeah, so in my head, they're pretty much the same. That's why I didn't differentiate. Yeah.
There was something in the air that day with the Stargazer because I was able to do no coolants.
So romantic when you say it that way.
I'm certainly not going to be able to do any more of this unless I go first and prepare and get more coolant because I am out of yogurt and I sucked down an entire Capri Sun. And I will confess,
respect the pouch.
I put about 2 tablespoons of sugar, raw sugar, in this yogurt because I was told that sugar helps also.
So, Jeremy, you're out of the next round because I think I'm ready pretty much to do another.
No, I think I can, but I have to get more coolant.
Yeah,
we'll get more.
Yeah.
So I'm really tired of not doing the second shot. I'm part of this show. I'm a Krevat. The name of the show is Krevat Attack. So I guess keep doing it. Kevin's a good friend, and if he's going to do a second shot, I am going to join him. I will not leave my friend hanging.
Well, I just want to ask your friend a quick question. Kevin, do you happen to have a half teaspoon measure in your house?
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that would be a fun way to do it, I think.
Yeah. I got the half teaspoon right here.
We have never done a half teaspoon of a 6 or above.
Yeah. It'd be a cool time to try because we got Kevin here and he's willing to go for it. And Jeremy's like all in this time. He's all excited to do a second.
No, I'm doing a quarter. I already poured it.
I'm admittedly nervous. I will do it, but I'm nervous.
I will continue to stay one leg behind you guys, but instead of doing none while you do half, I will do the quarter I already poured. My hand is shaking. 'Cause I'm still in pain.
I just want to say my mother will be very proud of me.
I am. I'm dumb. I'm so dumb.
Oh my God, it still hurts.
Oh my God.
Hey, Jeremy,
Oh,
this feels like a good time.
It got more chunky that time.
wait a second. What?
This feels like a good time to do the sauce of truth.
Are you serious?
You're under the-
Not with this, not with this. I need.
Yes.
Do it.
She's
Do
not
it.
gonna
Do
let
it.
me.
It is time for a saucy truth.
I
love it.
Did you steal the coolant?
I need the coolant. Ask the question. Ask the question.
What is the greatest baseball play you've ever seen?
The greatest baseball play I've ever seen. Oh my God.
Leave the Zilly.
I know that's not easy to tolerate.
Well, have another quarter. Catch up to us.
My brother just told me to have another quarter. Ah.
My stomach is not killing me, so that's good. But my mouth is hurting.
Mm.
I'm having some water because I got lipped.
I was accurate in describing that play.
Well,
That'll
this
be out weeks before this
PainApple, it certainly packs a punch.
It's not something I'd put a lot of on my lunch.
My mouth is on fire.
I'm glad we didn't go higher.
A half a teaspoon, Matthew? Thanks a bunch.
Nice
played.
said.
I feel like my stomach wants to belch, and that would be bad because I might melt my screen.
After
the
the scoring, I'm
second
just
one-
going to come out and say it's a 6.
Yep, I'm fair with that.
Yeah, Jeremy 9.
Jeremy 9.
Krevat 6. Let me tell you, the second one didn't hurt me nearly as much, and I think having to think and use my brain and talk. I had a similar experience with my friend Ugo. We ate the 2 times Korean noodles, and I think what helped me through the whole process was just that we were having great conversation. It really
That's why it was extra hot this time because I wasn't. I was listening to you instead of talking.
That's why we do the limerick to help us distract us. Use that brain counteracting the heat.
The kidneys.
Down to the wire. You rhyme to go higher.
Oh, I think Kevin's losing it. Kevin's losing it. Starting to talk in couplets.
What, Kevin?
Well, you're gonna have to edit that out. and
We
put
can
it-
do that. We can start rhyming because that's really fat. We all had a bunch of this PainApple, and the heat I can't grapple because it was a lot more than I bargained for. But for some freaking reason, I still had more.
You just met my good friend Kevin. We met and talked before 2011. I found out that he likes hot sauce, so I invited him on the show. Of course.
Kevin is practically my neighbor. We worked for the same company, but that was years ago when he worked near me. And now we're together rapping this tune, and I challenged him to a half a teaspoon.
And I'm terrible at rhyming.
Yeah! I learned it by watching you, Kevin.
Okay, well, then don't edit out my one rhyme, which took me 3 minutes to conceive. Yeah, Camille is actually really good at that. She's written some good stuff on the fly. Camille is known for not appearing to have had too much alcohol, but she'll get to, it'll be like many, many drinks, and then all of a sudden, boop, she goes off the cliff, right? I think it's the same with the hot sauce. It's like, nothing, and she can't continue.
So is it not feeling it until she hits that point, or not showing it until she hits that point?
I think it's her own version of machoism, actually.
It's bravado.
Yes.
A great name for a
bravado.
sauce. Get a little blueberry sauce out.
You know that she's allergic to blueberries, like severely?
Oh no, but we have a sauce by a company called Bravado. That's a blueberry ghost pepper sauce.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that would send her to the hospital.
Oh, cool. Next time you come by to pick up a sauce, I'll give you some. You keep it in reserve when you need it.
Accidentally
You
use
can
it.
carefully hide it under the lettuce on a sandwich.
Okay.
Under the cheese on a pizza.
You don't know Camille, you're gonna get him in a lot of trouble.
The say is, I think where I built up my early heat tolerance was Jeremy and I are best friends or brothers growing up because family on a pizzeria. And if you walked away from your slice, we would peel back the cheese and just douse it with garlic and red pepper flakes mixed in the sauce where you couldn't see it, and then put the cheese back. So I think that's where I got immunity to lower level hot things, because Jack would fill me up with red pepper flakes.
We should dedicate this episode to Charlie.
Episode.
We dedicate this show to Charlie Falzone, or Charles Falzone. He was the owner of Bruno's Restaurant in Canarsie. We found out earlier that he had passed away, luckily in his sleep without any pain. And we love him. And this is for you, buddy.
So we felt the pain for you. And since Bruno's was known for having the most flavorful Italian food in Canarsie, let's talk about the flavors of our hot sauce.
Nice segue.
I got hit with that sweetness both times.
Yeah, and I think that the second one was not it didn't build to be more painful. I could see this be one of those sauces where it hurts a little bit, but then you just can't stop putting more and more and more on. Every slice of pizza you're putting more on until it's too late, and then because it's so yummy.
I don't put PainApple on pizza. I refuse to put PainApple on pizza.
In New York, you don't put PainApple on pizza.
No pineapple.
Maybe pepperoni or sausage, and that's about it.
Maybe after you confirm the place got good pizza by tasting a regular plain slice for purity.
I think pineapple can go on pizza.
Yeah, it was really nice of you to join us, Kevin. We're going to miss you.
Yeah.
Welcome back next year on Krevat Brothers.
But I think that it's not pizza once it has pineapple on it.
Oh, he has promise.
Yes.
Come back before next year.
I wouldn't put this on good pizza because I am a purist and I want the flavors of the pizza. I will sometimes put red pepper flakes or just a hot spice to get some heat in there, that I don't want to change the flavor of the pizza. But I would put this in spaghetti in a heartbeat. I think it would be super wonderful in a good bowl of pasta.
Yes, yeah. I think my taste sensitivity, it's weird saying this to Lee, is not as heightened as sometimes you guys are. I know that's a weird thing to say to you, but I taste the peppers. Like, I don't taste the pineapple. I don't taste the honey in this. I just got the pepper flavor, and it was a good pepper flavor, but I didn't get, so it's like, even with the wake up sauce, I don't taste the coffee, even though I know it's in there. I miss subtleties. I get the big flavors, but I think it's great. I think it's a really good, big, bold flavor that's not as, it tastes in the same realm as the pure pepper mash ones to me, but not nearly as painful.
Ouch.
I'm red. My lips are red now.
Wow. For me, this sauce is like another chow fun, with chicken chow fun and I'll put a little bit of this on, or pork fried rice. And that's it's typically what I say about these sauces that have that initial sweet punch and then some heat. And I like it because I can, based on how hot the sauce is, it controls how much of it I would put on. So I could see putting a few dabs of this and mixing it into pork fried rice. I'm really enjoying it.
So where I've been having this a lot is when I take nachos and I put some cheese on each nacho. Is that a term? One nacho? I put cheese on the nacho and I melt it. And then I put like 1 or 2 drops of this on there. And I get the flavors of this. I do taste the honey and the pineapple. I get the flavors and the heat. And it's just a very nice little snacky poo.
I think I figured out the problem. I only eat pizza. So you guys are talking about all these foods that you can put hot sauce on. But, for me, it's I'm going on 4 days straight of at least one meal of pizza. And 2 of the days had 2. And they weren't the same pizza.
What I think would be interesting with PainApple, it would be to take Jeremy's idea of having it in Chinese food, but in, is it Thai food that does pineapple fried rice? I do like pineapple shrimp fried rice served in a half of pineapple. There you go, because then you could tying that pineapple flavor into it. So kick that up a notch.
I'm going to give that a shot, for sure.
And then you take that entire thing and put it on pizza.
Excellent. Excellent.
You only eat pizza.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say for taste, for me, look, it's two different categories of sauce, right? I mean, sauces that don't have a lot of heat have a much easier time getting me high up on the taste scale. But considering the level of heat, that sweetness is nice. I see it on foods. I'm gonna go 7 for me.
7 is higher than I thought you were going to go. I was going to say 6 because of shyness, because I actually think 7 as well.
So am I allowed to rate?
Of course.
A pine away.
Yeah, well, I would say 7. I didn't feel like I have a refined palate for the heat level, but I think that I'm allowed to guess on the flavor. I'm in the low end of 7.
I love this guy.
And I'm just going to defer to you guys. Things like I said, like I just tasted peppers and they were good peppers, but I didn't get the nuances. So I'm going to accept your 7s as because I don't have anything against it. It was a perfectly nice peppery sauce.
Thank you. That made it very easy.
And you know what, Kevin? When you watch this with Camille later, make sure you hit the like button.
If you like these videos, hit the subscribe button.
And if you want to be notified, ding, 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 hit the bell.
Ding. Well, thank you, Kevin. You really are and truly welcome back anytime on
Krevat
Attack Hot Score.